Okay. I will start with Lucy ended a bit about making kittens a bit more used to handling. Because that doesn't start when they are 16 weeks of age. That starts right after birth.
Oke, untuk kitten penanganannya supaya dia terbiasa untuk dihandle bukan pada saat umur 16 umur berapa tadi? Umur berapa bulan? 16 minggu, bukan 16 bulan ya, itu udah dewasa 16 minggu, tapi dimulai dari sejak dia lahir.
Okay, when you have a baby just born, you have them in your hands, you dry them, or mommy does, you check if everything is okay. Then in the next days, they drink with mommy or not, and if you have to feed them, they get quicker used to your hands and to your smell. So handling those small babies is very important.
Jadi pada saat baru lahir itu harus dilihat bagaimana kondisinya. Setelah itu juga dibiasakan dipegang. Jadi dia juga bisa mencium bau kita seperti apa dan terbiasa dengan bau kita. Juga pada saat dia lagi menyusui itu juga harus dipegang.
You always think, okay, we need to let them eat, and sleep. But in those weeks, growing to 4 weeks, you need to handle them daily. Just for a few seconds, like this. You just hold them, but then you cannot do it in one hand, of course. You just put them like this or like that. Just make them used to movements. Just slightly.
Memang kitten itu hanya makan dan tidur, tapi sebaiknya kita pegang itu hanya sebentar saja seperti yang tadi dicontohkan. Jadi dia juga terbiasa dengan movement, gerakan. Jadi
yeah. And when they go older, you also start to touching their paws, their ears, and also pet them, of course. But also start with a soft brush with nothing, just bristles, go over the coat. Slowly make them sensitive and known to touch and to grooming. Then when they grow older and need to go to the vet, you can also teach them to poke them a little bit. Just like this, or with a pencil, not too hard of course, so that if they go to the vet, they are used to handling like this, and see in the mouth and in the ears. Just make them used to touch, because that's also the beginning for where you go for shows. So everything is the start of this early life. Behavior starts when you're 1 day old. Then, yeah, we talk too much.
Jadi kelakuan itu dimulai itu pada saat lahir dan umur 1 hari. Pada saat sudah mulai tambah umurnya, itu mulai dipegang kupingnya, kakinya, dan mulai dibiasakan mengelus ya. Biasain ngelus kucing. Oke, biasain mengelus kucing. Dan juga pada saat mulai lagi udah terbiasa dengan elusan, dia itu harus mulai kayak dipok itu kayak ditusuk tapi pakai tangan, jangan keras-keras, supaya apa, pada saat dia ke dokter itu dia nggak takut pada saat dokternya megang-megang gitu.
And you need to go to the vet, so you put the carrier in your room where the kittens are. Just make a familiar smell in that carrier. But when you come back from the vet, you take out that blanket and you wash it and put in a new one. So if you go next to the vet again, they have again the smell from home, and they know it's safe. They can play inside, they can sleep inside, they know it's comfortable. And when you make a few of those blankets, you can also give one when they move to the next house.
Okay. Kucing itu kan pasti akan dibawa ke vet ya, ke dokter hewan. Nah, untuk itu gimana cara membiasakan? Karena biasanya kalau mau ke dokter hewan kan susah tuh ya, dimasukin ke kandang ya, ke carriernya. Caranya gimana? Jadi carriernya itu ditaruh ke tempat kucingnya atau kamar kucingnya, biar dia terbiasa dengan baunya, dengan bau carrier tersebut dan merasa aman di situ. Dan pada saat pulang dari dokter hewan, itu kalau misalnya di dalam carriernya kan suka ada apa sih, alas ya atau selimut. Nah, itu pulang dari dokter hewan buang.
Bukan dibuang.
Cuci. Ya kan kalau misalnya kalau underpad kan emang mau dicuci.
Enggak kan? Selimut ya.
Selimut atau underpad. Itu oke, bisa dibuang atau dicuci, terserah. Tetapi supaya apa? Supaya dia akan kasih yang baru, supaya dia akan cium itu, oh itu adalah rumah lagi dan aman untuk dia di situ. seperti itu.
Okay, now we're going to the older cat. When they move house, always teach the new owners that they need to use a comb. And I use mostly white tooth combs. I also have a smaller room between the tooths because I groom mostly with the white tooths to check if there are problems. Sorry. And when they are finished, I'll just check if everything is gone. On kittens, mostly you don't have to groom much, but you need to make them sure that each 2 weeks learn that touch with these kinds of things, brushes, is normal. You can also get used to some smells from grooming products. Just
What is this?
it's texture. It's a kind of texture spray. So you let them smell, and this, just to get them used.
Jadi pada saat kucing kita dibeli orang, diadopsi, ajarkan ke pemilik barunya bahwa bagaimana cara menyisirnya. Dia biasa pakai yang ini nih. Ini sisir ada giginya yang jarang-jarang, ada yang rapat-rapat. Jadi ajarin yang pemilik barunya pertama pakai yang jarang-jarang dulu, dan juga bagaimana cara menggunakan sikat yang ini, juga dibiasakan dengan parfum cairan ini dan mungkin ini ya.
Thank you so much.
bedaknya. Oke.
And now we are going to the adult cats. I will take first the British Longhair and then the British Shorthair.
Sekarang untuk yang dewasanya, yang bulu pendek dan bulu panjang. Bulu pendek dulu. The short one first.
Longhair.
Oh, yang panjang dulu, bulu panjang dulu. Bulu panjang.
The British Longhair can sometimes be a bit difficult to groom because if we do not teach them that grooming is important, they never know. And when they grow and the coat gets tangled and you want to groom them, they can be not happy with you. They can be aggressive because it hurts. And then you become problematic.
Untuk kucing dewasa yang bulu panjang mungkin bisa jadi masalah untuk di grooming kalau dia tidak terbiasa. Jadi harus dibiasakan, terutama bila ada bulunya itu yang mulai gimbal. Nah, itu harus dibiasakan untuk di grooming. Biar dia juga terbiasa dan tidak agresif kalau di grooming.
So even British Longhair, when they don't have much coat yet, start to teach them and always reward them. All cats reward after doing good.
If they don't have what? If they don't have what?
If they behave well during grooming, you need to reward them.
Oke, kalau setelah kita grooming dia kelakuannya baik, itu kita harus ngasih reward atau hadiah ke kucingnya. How?
Candy?
They eat candy?
Yeah, cat candy.
Kasih
Treats.
kasih permen kucing?
Snacks, snackies.
Ya, snack or cat candy, permen kucing.
Okay. Shortly, I'm going to show you what you can do about how to start with grooming. I always put the hair up
Oke, itu ke atas.
and then slowly comb each layer by layer, and you go slowly up
With the white teeth.
with the white teeth.
Okay.
And you see, without making much pressure, I get hair out.
Oke, jadi pertama-tama itu disisir ke arah atas, baru ke arah bawah. Jadi pertama-tama disisir ke arah atas dulu, baru ke arah bawah, tapi jangan terlalu ditekan. Itu udah kelihatan, itu bulu-bulunya udah ada yang nyangkut. Pelan-pelan atas, baru bawah.
If the coat is a bit greasy, or and it's mostly by the ears or the tail, the stub tail,
Benar berminyak,
then you can use powder
bisa pakai bedak
or rice powder.
atau bubuk
Not maizena.
Tepung beras.
Tepung beras.
No maizena.
Nggak boleh maizena ya, tepung beras. Tepung
Maizena
beras.
is for in the soup.
Maizena untuk sup.
So you just put a little bit powder,
Kasih sedikit aja bedaknya.
leave it in,
Diamkan.
another layer,
Sedikit lagi tambahin. Selapis lagi.
and then you leave it in, go to the other side,
Tinggalin dulu, lari ke bagian lain.
but you always comb it out, always.
Tapi selalu disisir keluar, selalu.
Because as a judge, I do not want to feel powder.
Sisanya tuh harus dikeluarin ya, jangan sampai jurinya ngeliat oh ini ada ininya, ada bedaknya, sisa bedaknya nggak boleh kelihatan. Jadi harus dibersihin sampai bersih.
It's surely not white hands. I have them already. Okay, there are some little things you can do in making the groom a bit final. Some you can pluck hair, the little hairs,
Itu bisa dicabut beberapa bulunya
to make the lines more crisp.
supaya lebih garing.
But this is also something you need to teach them.
Ini juga harus diajarkan ke kucingnya.
And the cats sometimes do not like it. So if you can do only one side, it's good. Give a reward, and after half an hour, you try the other side.
Kadang-kadang kucing tuh nggak suka ya yang tadi dicabut-cabut. Jadi kerjain dulu satu sisi, tunggu dulu 1,5 jam baru sisi satunya. Jadi jangan langsung,
So don't push the cat.
jangan dipaksa.
What I always advise to my owners, if you have the cat
Yang selalu saya
sitting,
sarankan ke pemilik baru bila punya kucing
sitting like this,
seperti ini posisinya,
you divide them in 4.
kita bagi menjadi 4 bagian.
You can start right front,
Mulai dari depan kanan,
right hind,
belakang kanan,
and then the left side.
baru setelah itu sisi kiri, depan dan
So
belakang.
just in quarters.
Bagi 4.
And then the most difficult part
Paling susah adalah
is the belly.
perut katanya. Grooming perut paling susah.
I asked for this boy because he's nice and gentle,
Ini saya minta kucing ini karena dia ramah ya, nggak
and I mostly use this kind of brush.
Saya paling sering pakai jenis seperti ini brushnya, sikatnya, dibedakin.
And I do powder, and as soft and gently as you can.
Selembut mungkin ya, jangan terlalu ditekan.
And if he wants to stop,
Kalau dia mau berhenti,
stop.
berhenti, jangan dipaksa, jangan diterusin.
Because if you go on,
Kalau diterusin,
he doesn't want anymore.
dia nggak akan mau lagi di grooming.
Then you do something else.
Dan kalian akan kehilangan yang lain. What is that?
Something, just you go on with another
okay.
place on the body.
Cari tempat lain aja, maksudnya di bagian lain. Jadi kalau di satu sisi dia udah nggak suka, pindah ke bagian yang lain, jangan diterusin.
And then the sensitive part, especially with the males,
Oke,
Ya,
bagian
the
sensitif
ball.
terutama bagian jantan,
the belly below.
bagian
Because
perut bawah.
this is the belly where they really know when they are hurt, they can die. So this part they mostly protect the most.
Mereka tuh paling apa ya, paling menjaga bagian perut paling bawah karena kalau itu misalnya sampai
All cats.
sakit, mereka tahu itu bisa mati katanya. Jadi itu paling sensitif itu bagian perut bawah.
And you see that I'm gently working with the cat, so not like moving quickly, just gently. Because if you work slowly and you are calm, you can do a lot. Even difficult cats. But if a cat is aggressive and wants to bite you, it's not always a wise thing to go on with grooming. Sometimes you can ask the vet if they have some medicine to make them a bit calmer.
Kalian bisa lihat sendiri, saya itu membalikannya itu dengan lembut dan pelan. Dan beberapa vet memberikan obat supaya kucingnya bisa tenang. Is it safe? Is it safe to give medicine?
Yes, only when the vet gives it to you.
Hanya bila diberikan vet, tapi jangan minta. Hanya bila diberikan vet.
You need to talk to the vet. And then we have the stud-tails. You can wash them if the cat allows, but you can also powder them with rice starch or this nice powder.
Bagian buntut bisa dicuci kalau boleh sama kucingnya, kalau nggak kasih bedak aja.
You can use it richly. Lots of powder.
Yang
But
banyak.
what you do is when the cat is at home, you leave him for half an hour, 45 minutes. Leave what you and go do something else, and then you start to brush it out slowly again.
Jadi bagian buntut itu dibedakin dulu, udah gitu tinggalin 30 sampai 45 menit. Baru setelah itu balik lagi dan baru mulai di brush, disikat. Jadi nggak langsung disikat ya, jadi tinggal biarin dulu 30 sampai 45 menit yang di bagian buntut.
You always check if on the downside, where the skin of the tail is, if it's clean.
Harus
If it's
dicek.
clean, you stop. If it's not clean, again powder and leave it, because powder and rice starch take the grease and you can comb and brush it carefully out. Not like a wild man, like gently, because tail hair is precious.
Bila ternyata sudah dicek itu ternyata masih ada
Thank you so
grease-nya,
much.
itu diulang lagi, dibedakin lagi, tinggalin lagi 30-45 menit, baru di brush lagi seperti itu. Dan bagian buntut itu yang paling gentle ya, jadi ya memang harus seperti itu ininya treatmentnya. Your souvenir. Enough?
Belum ada satu.
Everything okay.
yeah, I
That
forgot.
need to be clean.
Oh, that is the long one. Now the short one.
Yes, thank you.
That's why I don't like hair.
Yeah.
Oke, ini yang bulu pendek.
Hello. Here is the Queen of Sheba. I hope she will lie down, but I'd hardly think, because she likes to be in the center of attention. In a short hair, it's always the same as in the long hair.
Sama saja dengan bulu panjang.
Hi. Thank you so much. Also here, you go push the hair up.
Sama seperti tadi, ke atas, disisir ke arah atas dulu, baru ke arah bawah dengan gigi yang jarang ya, bagian gigi yang jarang.
And layer by layer, you go through the coat on all sides.
Lapisan per lapisan ke semua sisi.
Her coat is in exceptional good condition, so hardly something is coming out. So which
Ini
is
bagus
good.
kondisi bulunya, jadi nggak banyak itu di situ sisanya.
Hi. What you can do in the short hair and not in the long hair is just put kind of spray on you or water.
Oke, bisa dikasih spray, disemprot dengan air. For what?
You can do like this with your hands,
Oke.
and it keeps the hair.
So you spray to your hand or to this?
I spray it on my hands.
Jadi airnya itu dispray ke tangan ya, dan baru tangannya itu dipegang ke kucingnya, jadi tidak langsung.
And you saw that I didn't get much hair with the comb.
Kalau
What
tadi,
with my hands,
kalau tadi dilihat itu kan tidak banyak ya kalau pakai comb, tapi dengan cara airnya itu disemprotin ke tangan terus dipegang ke kucingnya, itu banyak bulu-bulu yang rontoknya. Jadi itu satu caranya.
you're doing great. So technically, your hands are the best tool. You can use a small bucket with water, just dip your hands in, not to dry them, and just go over the coat of the cat. And they like it. It's like a massage.
Jadi sebenarnya tangan itu adalah tools atau alat terbaik. Nggak mesti pakai spray ya. Kita bisa celupin tangan ke ember terus disikat ke situ.
And please be gentle with our British, because if you want to fight them, you lose.
Harus dengan lembut ya, karena kalau kita lawan justru kita kalah dan dia akan jadi agresif.
I have seen this weekend powerful boys.
Weekend ini saya lihat
I will not fight them. Never ever of my life. because when they are scared,
Kalau mereka takut,
it's fear they have.
itu mereka
They go in fear aggression, and that it's not because they are nasty,
bukan karena mereka jahat,
but they are scared.
tapi takut. Karena takut.
And this means that we need to be gentle with them.
Ini artinya kita harus lembut dengan mereka.
And I hope one day
Saya harap suatu hari
you get a more quiet place to do the show.
Saya harap suatu hari kamu bisa punya tempat show yang
Because I
tenang,
do think
tanpa speaker.
your voice will do better there.
Karena dengan kondisi tanpa speaker, yang pada peserta show, terutama yang boys, itu akan lebih baik performance-nya di show. Jadi ini sebenarnya banyak yang stres kucingnya.
So everything Lucy and I told today is about be gentle with your cats, look to your cats, train them, and make them comfortable with different situations. Because this is the basic to have a sweet British Shorthair.
Dasar
you so much.
untuk mempunyai kucing British yang ramah, yaitu kita harus sangat lembut dari mereka dari sejak mereka lahir, dan juga kita harus train mereka. Jadi kucingnya itu diajak jalan-jalan, nggak cuma di ruangan aja, ajak kenal sama orang juga.
And before you start to upload, let me first give the cat to the owner.
Sebelum di-upload ini tolong dikasih ke ownernya dulu.
Thank you.
Oke, terima kasih.